Hello, it's Julie again, and I'm just going to talk very briefly about crystals and menopause and how I helped myself with all my other healing modalities through menopause, and the crystals that I used and I know will help you or anybody else that you know is going through menopause. Crystals are wonderful. They vibrate with us and they help to bring our bodies into a balance. They balance them or help with the hormonal changes that are going through us at times of menopause, or even in our menstrual cycles. We don't have to be going through menopause to use crystals for our well-being, but crystals are wonderful. And I did use lots of Reiki, and I have talked about menopause on my channel. You'll find much more there, and you can message me. But these are the simple ones that I used and are just wonderful. And of course, the first one is Moonstone. I still wear Moonstone a lot. I have a beautiful Moonstone pendant that I love to wear, and I wore this through my menopause and bracelets. I actually have obsidian on. I'm going to explain this one in a minute, but it has grey moonstone in. I just wanted to wear that today. The moonstone is wonderful for the hormonal changes that our body goes through. It helps with fluid retention and helps to balance some of those hormonal changes, and also helps a little with hot flushes. And I used to put sometimes a moonstone in my navel, as well as a clear quartz. Clear quartz helps because it brings you clarity and it can help cool the body, especially when we're having those hot flashes. I used, again, as I said, I used it in the navel and sometimes on the back of my spine when I was having those hot flashes, because clear quartz is very cooling, and it also helped with my fuzzy thinking, because we get fuzzy thinking in menopause. Rose quartz, of course, for that self-love, the emotional healing, the kindness that this brings to us, because very often we're anxious, or we don't like ourselves, and we're thinking awful things, and we don't like the changes that we're going through, and this helps us to calm down and calm our minds. I found it's wonderful, and actually, as you know, I use rose quartz for everything, but it works for everything. But you need lots of self-love when you go through the menopause, especially if it's a difficult one. Amethyst I also used. It was very good for stress, because you get stressed, and I would use amethyst. You can lie in amethyst. So the wonderful thing to use with crystals is lie in them, make circles of them, sit in them, wear them in your pockets, wear them as bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and it's really good to wear it over the thymus, because everything runs through that thymus area. But crystals really work. So amethyst is your all-round healer. Now, for some people it helps with insomnia. For me it didn't. I would then use smoky. Smoky quartz was again wonderful for grounding. We need to get out of our heads, and so I used the smoky quartz for that. And it was also just made me feel calmer. Carnelians are really wonderful because they really work on that sacral area where there's so many changes going through. Helps to calm, helps us with limiting thought patterns, because we get so much into our head, and it gives us creative ideas. And it's very good, as I said, for balancing that sacral area. Your good old clear quartz, of course, and then some of the black crystals. Now, I've always used obsidian. Very often we are in our heads, we're anxious, we get stressed during menopause, and what we need to do is to remember to ground ourselves. And this is where the obsidians, the black tourmalines, were really good. They helped to ground, helped us to feel more connected, and cleared our head from some of those, the overthinking and the anxious thoughts and stressful thoughts that often in menopause you feel like you're going through. And sometimes I used hematite again. The hematite's really good for grounding, made me feel calmer, but it also energized me a little bit, because Sometimes we lack in energy, we're tired because we haven't been sleeping. And citrine, I'm actually wearing my citrine. Citrine is really good because it was uplifting and would make us feel better. The smoky quartz also helped me with sleeplessness because the hormones and the hot flashes and things, or the night sweats, didn't help with sleep. These are just some of the crystals that I use, and they really helped me. And with the fluid retention, etc., etc. I used to wear them as anklets. I used to lie in them. I had them in my pockets, bracelets, necklaces. And often I ran workshops for women to help them as I was helping myself to use the crystals. And I will be doing some of those. So if you want more advice, please DM me, and watch out on my website for any workshops I may be doing for menopause and crystals to use for menopause. I hope that helped you. Crystals will work with you. The Reiki helped me. Do your acupuncture, your massage, your yoga. There's so much out there to help you. And don't feel embarrassed. Talk about it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a transition, and we're going into our second lives. And we're going to be wearing the crown of the crone, the crown of sovereignty, the wise woman, the shaman, the goddess. It's all about divine femininity. Embrace being a woman and use your crystals to help you. I hope that really helped you, and please do message me, and do let me know what are the crystals you may have used to help you during your menopause, or even for menstrual problems or hormonal problems. I've really enjoyed talking to you and sharing my knowledge, and I really look forward to talking to you again. And if you do want more information, just message me, watch me on YouTube, look for some more information. I have plenty of information on my channel for menopause and even my experience of menopause. And follow me on Instagram, Julia's Conscious Connections, or on Facebook. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel. It's free, and I'll be able to bring you lots more. Thanks for listening, and let's talk again soon.